Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Slimecraft. How's it going? Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Thank you so much for all of the support on the YouTube channel so far. We're approaching very steadily to hit 2,000 subscribers very soon. So if you're not subscribed around here, make sure you click that subscribe button. Gonna be some amazing things happening. Over on Twitch between episode 3 and 4, we've been doing bits and bobs. We've started working on the roof for the factory farmhouse. Look at that sunset. This is going to be like the centre, I guess, of the city. So this path here going east is going to go to the docks that we're going to build. At some point in the series, there will have to be docks and ships and all that cool stuff. And then going west will be to the bridge where the church is. And then we just need to think of north and south. But this is kind of going to be the central point of the city, and then this bridge will be the entrance to the city. So it means we're going to have to get rid of all of these houses and the church, build ourselves a nice bridge over this river, and then this will be like the centre. I just wanted to jump into the creative world too and show you just the rough landscape of where our city is. So obviously this is a new world on creative, but our square is just behind these villager houses. Yeah, we are basically surrounded by water. So when I was mentioning earlier about us getting rid of the church and building the bridge, so this is going to be like the main entrance to the city. So hopefully one day we can just fill this whole island with loads of buildings. Like, it's going to be massive, and that's going to be like the main entrance. So it's just something for you guys to look out. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I think I just wanted to... I do talk a lot about all the plans and stuff at Slime City, but I don't think I've ever actually showed you kind of the outline of the bit of land and how it's like surrounded by water. But in today's episode, we are going to be building the first house, because we're currently living in this villager house. We've got chests here, we've got chests in here as well. Everything is just so unorganised. We've also got a bunch of chests in the factory farmhouse as well. So episode 4, I really want to try and finish my house completely, which will mean a nice bedroom, all of the crafting station and all of that kind of stuff. A storage room, we definitely need a decent room for storage, and then the enchantment setup that we built last episode is definitely going to have to go in there as well. Yeah, so just a big old house that we can settle into and make kind of like our starter home. But this northeastern corner here, I think I'm going to make my plot for my starter house. First things first though is I really want a telescope. For some reason I've started using the telescope on the SMP server, and it's just become like a habit to like zoom in with the telescope. I know you can get mods and stuff that zoom in for you, but I do like playing vanilla as much as possible. So I think I'm going to start this episode with trying to get a telescope. Now luckily we've got one of these underneath Slime City. Like, Slime City is right above us, so it's going to be quite easy for us to actually get a telescope straight away. I'm going to try and just get as much of this stuff as possible though, just so we don't have to come back. But yeah, the cave system for all of those kind of things there is running underneath our city, which is kind of cool. Look, I've just realised there's a village trapped. Right, side quest. Let's get this guy free. Are you able to get out? Lovely. Okay, perfect. Down the line as well, we probably need to turn these 2 villagers into a village breeder, because I do feel like a lot of them have gone missing, died, all of that kind of stuff. Just need a little bit of copper. Build ourselves a spyglass. Perfect. What I'm going to do now is just build out a rough plan of kind of how I want this house. This is going to be like an outdoor porch kind of sheltery place that I want to build. Then the path to the house will be up here, I'm guessing. Then I'm going to want a couple blocks, 3 blocks for the doorway maybe. I want to build an entrance here, but I also want to build an entrance, like stairs at the side and an entrance up to the top. And the top is actually where I'm going to live. And then this doorway here will take you underneath, and then it will be my enchantment setup, and then it will go down even more and go underground. Then underground will be my storage system. I'm not too sure if I'm making any sense. Hopefully this build will make sense. And then on the side of this building, on this little bit here, on the northern path, is where I'm going to build a little kind of shelter for my horse Slimeball for now, until we build like permanent horse stables. I'm going to move him here just on the side. If you don't really get the vision, it's totally fine. This episode we are completely finishing it start to finish, so you'll see it at the end one way or another. But yeah, I think for now we're just going to go and grind some blocks. We need a lot of cobblestone. mossy cobblestone. A lot of the palette that's kind of used, damn, look at that, we can zoom in now. A lot of the palette that's used here, a lot of logs, spruce, stones, lanterns, we kind of need a lot of it. After a couple of streams, this is where we're at. And I must admit, I'm not 100% happy. I think there's a lot of stuff that probably could be improved. But it's a good start, that's for sure. It's a good start. I think there's just a lot more details that probably need to be added on the exterior to make this like 100%. But to give you a rough tour anyway, you're going to have this shelter place here, which is obviously going to be for barrels, a little garden, all of that kind of jazz. This bottom floor here is going to be for the enchantment setup and a few other bits like armors and stuff. There's also going to be spiral stairs that take you down to the storage system. Definitely putting the storage system down there just because you can expand it underground as big as you want. So later on in the game, we don't have to build a bigger room. Building in a cave is just easier to expand. And then here we've got some chunky stairs, and this is going to take you into the bedroom area. So here we'll have maybe crafting stations, beds, all of that kind of jazz. So the foundations are there. I just think the exterior still needs a little bit of some detail. The first thing that I want to do is make a chimney on this left corner here maybe. Which means we're probably going to have to cut these 3 blocks here. This could look really stupid as well. Let's see what that looks like from down below. Yeah, I like that a lot. Obviously, we're probably going to have to cut this window out. Maybe move the window like 1 to the left so it's centered with the door, which I'm absolutely fine with. But the issue that I had anyway was just that the house was just way too boxy. Like it just looked way too like a shoebox. So I think this fireplace will maybe add a little bit of details to the shape. Then what I'm going to do is build some stairs upside down. And then we just need a hay bale and a campfire. That should start smoking up. Yeah, I definitely think that's a good addition to the build. Again, just adds a little bit of shape. I think what I'm going to try and do now is obviously sort this window out. And then just try and figure out some kind of design, some kind of framework. Because over here we've got like a really nice arches and all of this like spruce framework that goes around the builds. Kind of want to make sure that that's in every building as well. So try and add that to this oak. And I don't think there'll be much left, to be honest. Definitely think with these trimmings here, it's looking a whole lot better. Something's just quickly telling me to put trapdoors maybe at the top of these beams. Just feel like it's going to help flow from the roof a little bit better. And I might make the roof an extra layer here on the trimming. But I think adding these trapdoors in, I'm just going to add that little bit of detail that's missing. I think the roof probably just needs a little bit of work, adding 1 extra layer of trimming. But other than that, it's coming together, that's for sure. Looking at the time now though, it does definitely seem like we're going to be running out of the 10 minutes or so that I like to keep episodes. What we might have to do is have this house in 2 parts. So this is part 1, I was doing the exterior. Maybe in the next episode we can do the part 2, doing everything inside. But I have started to kind of work on this little area as well. Some barrels, some storage. Yeah, it just kind of looks like an outer house, I guess. We need to obviously add plants. We need to finish this path here as well. Build a nice path connecting to the main one. There's a few bits and bobs that I can do off camera. Then I guess in episode 5 we can work on the interior, bringing an enchantment setup in here, making a storage system, all of that kind of stuff. Just getting everything organised. I think after we finish this, probably aiming for episode 6 or 7 quite soon, we're definitely going to have to build a few more of these, but maybe a bit smaller, kind of around this main square area. And then we can start getting some villagers, which means we're probably going to have to take the old village down, get some resources from them. But yeah, it won't be long. We're going to have to definitely take all of this down and gradually start building them houses here and moving them over into the main bit of the city. But I'm very proud of how this is starting to look, the colour palette, the blocks, etc. Yeah, definitely am a fan. Also, thank you so much to everyone that has shown support on the channel while recording this and editing it. We are so close to hitting 2,000 subscribers, so yeah, that means a lot. I didn't expect these numbers to be coming in so early on, so thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 5 when we completely decorate the inside of the house and move in. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.